So SmackDown tonight was not as good as last week. Still better than Monday Night Raw. But there were some things that was missing from this show. It built up to No Mercy, but I think that it could have done a little bit better tonight, in my personal opinion. There was hits, there was misses, still better than Raw. That's all I really gotta say about that. But hey, what's up guys, JD Venom here, part of M Nation Wrestling, and I'm here to bring you tonight my SmackDown review. And tonight's show overall, like I said, it was a hit or miss. Wasn't as good as last week. Last week is hard to follow up. I take away a couple things from the show tonight. One is that their main three matches of No Mercy, Wyatt and Orton, Ziggler and Miz for the Intercontinental Championship, and the triple threat match of Cena, Ambrose, and Styles for the WWE Championship, that got the main focus tonight. With those three matches, and why it should be, those should be the main focus. But I think they did miss a few things here tonight. I think it was possibly me expecting more out of this show, because we saw a great show last week, SmackDown's best show of 2016 that we saw last week. And I was expecting more. I was expecting that type of level of show. We didn't get it this week. We did not get it this week. But I will say that this week was, I don't want to say, it wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was like decent. Probably a little bit under decent. Okay, I guess you want to say it was okay. And, you know, it could have been a lot worse. But it was still better than Raw. At least I was intrigued on some of the things that happened tonight. And, you know, we start the show tonight with Bray Wyatt comes out to the ring. He's got a match against Kane. When I saw Kane come out, I was like, oh no, what the fuck is this? It's going to be Kane versus Bray Wyatt. Very short match. Randy Orton interrupts Bray Wyatt on the Titantron. Randy Orton showing upside down and saying that he's going to turn Wyatt's world right side up. So, Randy Orton's playing mind games with Bray Wyatt. And, you know, pretty much from there, Wyatt exits the ring after Kane sits up. Was going to try to choke slam him, but Wyatt leaves the ring. And Kane wins by countout, which I didn't really agree with. I did not agree with this whatsoever, that Kane won by countout. Pretty much after that, we see Bray Wyatt go backstage. We have a couple segments where Wyatt was looking for Orton. He's like, Orton, where are you? Where are you? Come out, wherever you are. Where are you? Where are you? And he sees his rocking chair inside of a container. You know, one of those little storage containers. Wyatt walks in, looks at the chair. No one was in there. The chair was empty, just with the light above it. Then Randy Orton comes out of nowhere, shuts the container door, and traps Bray Wyatt in that container door. Okay, and these are segments going out throughout the night. At one point, Bray Wyatt was like, let me out. You know, you can't keep me in here. These walls can't keep me in here, as what Bray Wyatt was saying. And from there, after that, we see Wyatt sits in the chair, and he says, I missed you, Sister Abigail. Reaches his hand out to her. Then, another segment when we came back with Bray Wyatt gone. He was gone from that scene. Gone from the chair, pretty much. After Randy Orton picks up the container door, and Bray Wyatt is gone. He's vanished. Where did Bray Wyatt go? Did he use some of his voodoo Louisiana magic powers? Did he do that? I don't fucking know. I don't know, but that's the way that these culmination of segments end tonight of Bray Wyatt disappearing. What does this mean for No Mercy? I don't know. I don't know what this did for No Mercy. In particular, it's just these mind games going back between these two guys. And this was one more of... I liked it. I appreciate the direction that was going, but at the ultimate end result, it didn't really do anything for me for going into No Mercy on Sunday. So there's that. So after that, we see Baron Corbin walking backstage, cuts a promo with Charlie. I think her name's Charlie Caruso. And we see Jack Swagger come up, and Jack Swagger basically tries to have a match against Baron Corbin later tonight, and where we saw that. Saw that match later tonight. Then we actually had our second match of the night. We saw Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Bella. And at first, I was pretty much pissed off because this was a very, very short match. They had back and forth action. Nikki takes control. They go to the floor. Carmella, who was out there ringside on commentary, immediately starts talking trash to Nikki Bella. And basically, Nikki throws Alexa into Carmella. And then Carmella gets involved and a DQ. So Nikki Bella wins by DQ. I thought it was the end of that segment. But apparently, during the commercial break, before the commercial break, we saw Becky Lynch comes out for the save because Carmella and Alexa Bliss was attacking Nikki Bella. Then we go to commercial break. Then we come back from commercial break, and Daniel Bryan, who we saw a little bit later, made a tag team match of Alexa Bliss and Carmella versus Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch. Very short match, but the one thing I liked about this is that Carmella hits a standing kick, or like a side kick or super kick or whatever, on Becky Lynch, and Becky takes a pinfall from Alexa Bliss after hitting, I think it's like the Bliss Splash or whatever. It's kind of like a turning splash in the air. I don't know the name of the actual finisher. Maybe somebody can actually tell me in the comment section down below. So we're gonna get Nikki versus Carmella, which is a given. We already know, but that these guys are gonna be, or these women I should say, are be going up against each other at No Mercy, but they made officials tonight. And Alexa Bliss gets the pinfall on Becky to get some heat for her going into No Mercy. Now, we already know that Alexa Bliss is not going to win. We already know she's not going to win. We know Becky Lynch is going to win. But at least have Alexa Bliss look so much strong going into that match and have it to be a more credible match against Becky Lynch. So, some hits, some misses here in this match, but overall, I was okay with it. After that, see Daniel Bryan come out to the ring with a group of breast cancer survivors. They did this last night on Raw with Enzo and Cass. They did the same thing here on, tonight. They present these women with championship belts, replicas of the SmackDown Women's Championship belts. And, hey, if WWE likes to do this, that's great. I have no problem with that. Just try to keep it at a minimum. I don't want to sound harsh when I'm saying this, but maybe just, have it on both shows once. Then after that, you can do something else for the women, who come to your show. So, but nevertheless, though, it's a classic move by WWE. I mean, they don't have to do stuff like this, but they do it anyway. So, hey, I'm all up for it. I'm all up for it at the end of the day. So after that, oh Jesus Christ. So after that, we see possibly, and the only reason why I did not like this here, because I despise Mojo Bitch. Okay? I despise Mojo Bitch. Okay? I like Zack Ryder. I like Zack Ryder. And it was the Hype Bros versus the Vaught Villains. Hype Bros win. Alright, the Hype Bros win. But this, I hate Mojo Riley. I don't even know why he was called up. Why was he called up? I know he was just a team with Zack Ryder, but if you were gonna call it Kurt Hawkins anyway, just have Hawkins and Ryder again. Have them as a tag team again. Because you have Kurt Hawkins on the main roster anyway. I think they may actually put together Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins anyway. And probably split up the Hype Bros. I wouldn't be surprised if I see that. Not this Sunday, No Mercy or anything, but I would not be surprised if we see that in the next up and coming months. And just have Mojo Bitch be a singles competitor. because Mojo bitch, he just needs to vanish. He needs to go away. He needs to just go away, get off everything that's with WWE. Go back to NXT. Job there. Job in NXT. You should be jobbing to Bobby fucking Roode. Okay? You should be jobbing to Bobby fucking Roode, Hideo Itami, to fucking Austin Aries. You should not be on the main roster. I don't give a shit. I don't care about this guy. This guy, he's not good in the ring. On the mic, forget about it. This guy's a fucking joke on the mic. I mean, I can't even believe a goddamn word that he says. All right, and also as well, he doesn't get hype. He stays hype. That's really his catchphrase. That's really his catchphrase. He doesn't get hype. He stays hype. Well, he's on something. You know what? I think Mojo bitch has been doing a couple of the Mojo Lions, the Mojo Red Bulls. You know what I'm talking about. So the High Bros beat the Vaudevillains in really a nothing match, and the Ascension points at the High Bros after the match. So the Ascension was there watching that match. So maybe and there's one positive I'll say about this: they are building many feuds in the tag team division, which I like. So good for SmackDown for that. After that, we got our it's tied between this segment of the night and the main event. Not really the main event, but the way the show ended with the triple threat promo with John Cena, AJ Styles, and Dolph Ziggler and Dean Ambrose. But this one here could be possibly segment of the night. It's right there, but if I had to lean towards anyone, I would probably lean more towards this one here. But it's hard. It's hard. You can't really go with it or. But Miz TV, Dolph Ziggler comes out to the ring, and basically, the Miz says, you know, hey, I want to show you your career retrospective. So they show Dolph Ziggler's career, and they show him when he was in the Spirit Squad. They basically show all of his fails, pretty much. They show him when he was in the Spirit Squad. They show him when he was Kerwin White's caddy. They showed him when, you know, he got knocked out by Hugh Jackman. They show everything, all of his faults, everything that went wrong in Dolph Ziggler's WWE career. They showed him when he lost to Edge in 10 minutes, when he was the world champion at the time, on that memorable episode of SmackDown, you know, a few years ago. So they show all of Dolph Ziggler's faults during his WWE run. And I thought it was a good promo package because they showed. I was like, I mean, when they first showed the promotional package of him in the Spirit Squad uniform, I was like, oh, they're gonna fucking go there today. They're gonna fucking go there, and they're gonna go there with the whole Kerwin White caddy gimmick thing. Oh, they're gonna go there in the night. And I thought it was good. I thought it was pretty damn good. Soon as it ended, Dolph Ziggler says that he calls Miz an ass face, and he threatens to slap the hell out of him. He said, I'll slap the hell out of you. Ziggler insists that he's not done, but the Miz says he is done and his career is over. Ziggler gave a passionate promo talking about, you know, hey, that kid in the front row that's wearing my shirt, and says, you know, I will never forget this. And Dolph's like, no, I will never forget you. Or when he's backstage with the Make-A-Wish kid, that, you know, he has like a terminal sickness, and basically the kid's like, you're my inspiration, and Dolph says, no, you're my inspiration. I think those lines are pretty much scripted for him, but again, it may be scripted for him, but that stuff really has happened to him too as well, so he actually feels it. But yeah, that's what happened right there. And he said that his career is not over yet. He said that his career will not end at No Mercy. But The Miz says his career will end at No Mercy on Sunday. And pretty much The Miz says, you know what? I'm gonna bring some spirit to you. I'm gonna bring some spirit to you and to make you feel better. All of a sudden, The Spirit Squad theme hits. We get Kenny and Mikey! Remember Mikey with his fucking bulging eyes coming out of his fucking skull? Like, it was like, Nikki, which is Dolph, and Mikey! I think it was the most memorable one of the Spirit Squad. If you take a line of the Spirit Squad and, like, the way, like, he used to dance, they used to do the fucking, the dance. I'm just thinking about what the Spirit Squad used to do back in the day. But he used to do the dances and shit in the ring, and, I think Kenny was, like, the leader of the Spirit Squad, whoever, with the little headband. He used to have that fucking nice, like, top rope leg drop. Dolph was the most successful one out of the Spirit Squad, of course. And Mikey, he was just the lunatic of the group, I thought. But nevertheless, we get Kenny and Mikey of the Spirit Squad coming out to the ring. They do a couple cheer routines. I think they did one too many. They did 3 routines. They should have done 2. I think they did one too many because they were losing the crowd. They were losing the crowd when they did that. So, you know, if they would have chopped down just to 2, it could have been perfect. But they were losing the crowd a little bit, and mostly because that this is a whole brand new audience. You know, mostly fucking kids and shit. They don't know who the fuck the Spirit Squad was. They didn't know that Dolph Ziggler was in the Spirit Squad. They didn't know that Dolph Ziggler was Chavo Guerrero's caddy in 2005. They didn't know that shit. They didn't know that shit at all. But Spirit Squad comes out. They do their cheers, and you know, and basically from there, basically after the Spirit Squad comes out, you know, they were saying, oh, we can do podcasts together, and, you know, and, no, I'm saying, I'm sorry, the Miz says, oh, well, yeah, you can do, podcasts together, and $5 signings, $5 autograph signings, you know, at local indie shows. So, very good stuff from Miz, being the asshole prick that he was tonight. And, it looks like the Miz and Dolph Ziggler was about to go at it. Then, Kenny and Mikey starts to beat down Ziggler. Then, basically, Ziggler fights him off. He does a super kick to both of them. Miz tries to rush in the ring to hit a skull crusher finale. But Dolph immediately reverses, sees the super kick, but the great heel that Miz is, who's the cowardly heel, escapes like a little weasel out of the ring and avoids being a super kick. And Dolph Ziggler's fired up, and, you know, basically... the Miz holds up the Intercontinental belt with Maurice as that segment ends. I cannot wait for this match on Sunday. This is going to be a fucking awesome, epic match. Now, Dolph Ziggler, his contract is coming to an end with WWE. It's coming to an end. Okay? The question is, has Dolph Ziggler re-signed a contract? If he re-signed a contract, of course he's winning. I mean, this is a no-brainer. If he re-signed a contract with WWE, he's winning. If he did not resign a contract with WWE, most likely he's losing. I don't want Dolph Ziggler to go. He's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorites. I really enjoyed his in-ring work. I liked him ever since SummerSlam 2009. SummerSlam 2009 is when I personally got invested with Dolph Ziggler. When this guy lost to Rey Mysterio in an Intercontinental Championship match that is going to culminate here at No Mercy with Dolph Ziggler in an Intercontinental Championship match. And if he loses, I mean, that'll be, you know, a good closure for me, because I started liking this guy when he was going for the Intercontinental Championship back in 2009, and he may leave the company legitimately if he loses on Sunday. So we don't know where Dolph Ziggler's contract negotiations is at right now. But all I know is that I'm just ready for this match on Sunday. It's gonna be a very emotional match. This is gonna be more emotional than actual match quality. And not saying that these guys are bad in the ring, because obviously they pulled out before. But the actual story of this match is gonna be key, very key to this match. But can't wait to see what happens on Sunday. So we get Jey Uso versus Jason Jordan. Okay, we come back from break. Uso's already out there. American Alpha's out there already. So basically they go out for a little bit. It wasn't too long of a match. Chad Gable pretty much looks on from ringside, and basically the Usos or the Uso Jey Uso was actually taking control of this match. Then after Jey Uso was taking control of the match. Jordan ends up getting up and basically gets a quick win with a roll-up out of nowhere. Jason Jordan wins. After the match, the Usos attack Gable at ringside, goes for the knee. Jay comes from behind and takes out Jordan's knee with a chop block. They bring Jordan in the ring and, you know, ties up his leg, kind of like how they did with Chad Gable and Tequila Sunrise, and they're going to do a splash combination. Basically, from there, we see Rhino and Heath Slater come out to the ring, the tag team champions. They make the save. The Usos retreat without any type of physical altercation. And basically, from there, that is your end segment. Now, guys, the Usos win the tag team championships on Sunday. One is because they got the momentum behind them as far as them being heels. Number two, American Alpha needs to get their receipt. They definitely need to get their heat back with beating American Alpha. I'm sorry, beating the Usos for the tag team championships. And three, and this may be a minor thing, guys. You guys probably won't even give a fuck about this, but Rhino, he is running. I think he's running for senator, or he's running for. I think he's running for senator for Michigan. So he's not going to be there. You know what I mean? He's not going to be there for much longer. I think the reason why they put the tag team title, well, I'll tell you the reasons why they're putting the tag team titles on Heath Slater and Rhino, just to get Heath Slater signed to a brand. Get that storyline out of the way, then have these guys lose the tag team belts the following month. And I think that Heath Slater could possibly team up with maybe Kurt Hawkins. We could possibly see something like that. Maybe. Or is Heath Slater just going to be a singles guy? We do need more mid-card guys for the Intercontinental Championship. So, maybe if Dolph loses, he leaves. Does Heath Slater take Dolph Ziggler's spot? That could happen. I can see that happening. I can see Heath Slater versus Miz. I mean, granted, the promos may not be as good, as heated as the Miz and Dolph Ziggler, but hey, I think he's so over right now. He will be a perfect mid-card champion for SmackDown. Let's see if that happens, because I think that Rhino's leaving, and I think that Heath Slater may be on his way to the Intercontinental Championship division. He could be going up against the Miz next at the next pay-per-view. So after that, we see Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin, and not such a good match. The way that this match is that Jack Swagger gets Baron Corbin in the ankle lock. Baron Corbin's trying to reach the ropes. Jack Swagger pulls back. Baron Corbin tries to reach the ropes again. He's not tapping, but the referee calls for the bell anyway. He calls for the bell. Jack Swagger wins by submission. Even though that Baron Corbin did not tap out, it clearly showed on the replay that Baron Corbin did not tap out. But for some reason today, David Otunga was at a whole fucking new level today, guys. Okay? I don't talk about David Otunga much, but I don't like his commentary at all. I really don't. But tonight, this motherfucker here said that, yeah, he did tap. He did tap out. And JBL, who's the only one that was actually making sense, believe it or not, at this point, he said he didn't tap out. He said, show the replay. What are you looking at? What match were y'all looking at? You know, like JBL was making sense right there. Then we see replay again. Baron Corbin is clearly not tapping out. This is the match. He's like this. He's reaching for the ropes. He's reaching for the ropes. He's not tapping out. And David Otunga says, look right there. He's tapping. God, David Otunga. Why? How come they could not do something that will make sense? Like, at first, David Otunga says, he's tapping out. Yeah, he did. Then you see JBL, or hear JBL say, you know what? No, show the replay. Then they show the replay after the replay's been shown. Then David Otunga's like, you know what? I did not see that. He is not tapping out. But to make this motherfucker blind, you make this guy blinder than a fucking 90-year-old lady that wears fucking trifocals. Blinder than that, with our fucking glasses, looking around like, where my glasses at? You know, like, he's more blind than that lady. To not see that he was not clearly tapping out. It should have been that, you know what? I thought he was tapping out, but you know what? He's not tapping out. You got a case there, JBL. What's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? But clearly, I don't know who was in fucking Otunga's ear. Otunga was probably thinking like, this is so fucking stupid. He's not tapping. Now, why do you want me to sound like a fucking dumbass on commentary? But whoever's in his ear said, God damn it, say it. I don't know if it was Vince, but it'll be pretty funny if it was Vince like, God damn it, say he was tapping out. But yeah, that really cockled my cock. And that make any sense. So we come back with our last moment of the night, our last segment here. We got AJ Styles in the ring, we got John Cena, and we got Dean Ambrose. So AJ's in the ring, cutting a promo, say he brags about beating John Cena and Dean Ambrose, talks about beating both of them at No Mercy this Sunday. All of a sudden, Dean Ambrose comes out. He is upset on how Styles pinned Cena, how he pinned him last week because Cena cost him the title. Then Ambrose goes on rant about John Cena, saying that Cena screwed him, and Cena comes out. Cena did not really say much this entire segment, which I thought was pretty good. He only said a couple words, like 3 words that he said. And Styles immediately gets in Cena's face before he even spoke a word, before John Cena even said anything. He tells him to shut up before he speaks. And Styles says that we all know what he's going to say. You know, Styles knocks him about comparing himself to an icon like Ric Flair, which is kind of true. I mean, he's speaking to, you know, us internet fans. You know, you can't really compare John Cena to Ric Flair as far as in-ring work, as far as promo work. Now, I respect the hell out of John Cena. This is not a bash John Cena, and he's grown on me in the last few years. He's gotten better in the ring. He still yells out his spots. I mean, at this point, who gives a shit? But John Cena has grown on me, though. I will say that. I'm not admit when something grows on me like John Cena, but still, I'm far fan of. I'm not buying a fucking t-shirt. I'm not doing this. You know what I mean? I'm not, you know, saying the champ is here. You know, that is definitely not gonna be coming out of my fucking mouth. But what I can say is that he's garnered a lot more respect with me, and I think he should garner a lot more respect with the fans out there. If not, then you're just a fucking hater. That is just point driven. If you don't have somewhat of respect on what John Cena does, rather because good promos, at times he does cut good promos, and tonight he didn't really cut any promo, but last week on Talking Smack, he fucking buried the shit out of fucking Dean Ambrose, which I thought was pretty good. His in-ring work, he's not a smooth technician, guys, but his matches are emotional. It's all about emotion with Cena, and he is fantastic at it. One of the best ever with bringing emotion into a match. But Styles was saying that how can he compare himself to Ric Flair, to the 16 world title reigns? You know, Styles doesn't care how many titles he wins. He will never be in the same conversation as Ric Flair. And Styles says that Cena should be not worried about the legacy of Ric Flair or Ric Flair's legacy or his legacy. He should be worried about AJ Styles this Sunday at No Mercy. While John Cena is chasing history, AJ Styles is making history, according to him. Cena goes at AJ, but after that, Ambrose immediately gets in John Cena's face. And he says that he has something to say. Ambrose says that Cena is the master of the political spin. And that's how he's been on the top for so many years. He accuses Cena of stabbing anyone who got in his way in the back. He's been trying to do it to Ambrose since day one. Ambrose says that he can't outwork him. Wow. And Ambrose was very heel-like tonight. Very heel-like. His promo was a heel promo, guys. His promo was a heel promo tonight. And he's still a face, more of a tweener, but his promo was very heel, bashing Cena. Ambrose goes on and calls Cena fake. Cena just, and Cena just says, talking sheep. That's all he said during his promo. Talking sheep. Tackles Ambrose. Okay. Cena unloads on him and knocks away AJ. Cena basically hits an AA on Dean Ambrose and raises the WWE Championship as music hits. After that, we see AJ hits a phenomenal forearm on Cena, and pretty much AJ Styles music hits. Then after that, AJ's outside the ring. We thought the show was going to end, but no. At the very end of the show, we see Dean Ambrose get his heat back. After all that, he gets his heat back, and he hits the Dirty D's on AJ Styles and holds up the WWE Championship as SmackDown goes off the air for the go-home show for No Mercy this Sunday live on the WWE Network, which I do like. Last week, Cena was holding up the title. This week, Dean Ambrose holds up the title. But AJ Styles will win at No Mercy. This is perfect. You have Cena look strong last week. You have Dean look strong this week at the end of SmackDown. But it doesn't matter because AJ Styles is going to win the WWE or retain the WWE Championship this Sunday at No Mercy. And Styles' reign does continue. So, if I had to give the show a rating out of 10, guys, I would probably say there were some hit or misses here tonight, but I'm still going to give SmackDown. I don't really give too much half ratings, but I'll do it tonight. I'll give it a 6.5. A 6.5 tonight. Now, Raw last night, I gave it a 5. I thought SmackDown was better overall because there was some, and again, because it's 2 hours, that's one. It's easier to digest. You don't have to go up, take shit, come back, worry what the fuck's going on. You can sit there at once and not, get bored out after fucking, hour 3. With SmackDown tonight, I thought it was an easy watch. But, not easy watch, but it was easy to watch for the most part. I didn't yawn or anything like that. I didn't yawn during this fucking review. If I yawn during a fucking review, that's how you know it's bad. But guys, I am going to go down here. Let me know what you thought about SmackDown down below in the comment section. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. Please rate, please subscribe, please drop a comment. And follow me on Twitter and like Facebook page where both links are down below. And I'll see you guys later. You guys have a good night. Peace out.